The Treaty Principles Bill has passed its first reading in Parliament after a very fiery debate and vote, but not without incident.
You have no right to touch something you have no mana over. Te Tiriti o Waitangi sits above you.
What are we grappling with? It's simple. Honour the treaty. No grapple involved.
Are you here to listen to your conscience, or are you here to give it all up?
After a haka was performed by members of Te Pāti Māori, at one point the Speaker suspended the session and had the public gallery cleared. Speaking to us earlier, Te Pāti Māori co-leader Debbie Ngarewa-Packer said for Māori the haka was critical.
A haka is a challenge.
Yes.
And it is the best way and it is the strongest way that we as Māori know how to challenge. But do not insinuate, please, that our tikanga and our haka, which you're all happy to watch any other time, does not belong in some place where we are defending the rights for our mokopuna.
Well, that was Te Pāti Māori co-leader Debbie Ngarewa-Packer. We're joined now by New Zealand First Shane Jones. Kia ora, good morning.
Hey, morning, greetings.
Was the haka and the response from Te Pāti Māori and other MPs justified yesterday in the House?
Oh, look, the Māori Party, they're really taking to a new level the whole matatini idol concept, which, quite frankly, they introduced on the day that this Parliament was established. I wasn't surprised that we had that type of unruliness.
Well, no, that wasn't my question. Was it out of bounds here? Did it go too far?
Yeah. Well, number one, Debbie Packer doesn't really know how to do the haka. So if you want to ask me as a Māori who went to St. Stephen's School, it was the wrong time because that was an opportunity for Parliament to show that ideas can be debated, ideas that are not shared widely can be dealt with in a professional, respectful manner. After all, there is no future for the Treaty of Waitangi unless there's mutual respect. I said to you before on this program that kapa haka has now been exploited by the Māori Party, and yesterday they seemed to be seized by some kind of condition, and in my view, New Zealanders saw the Māori Party as suffering some sort of bipolar grasshopper syndrome, and I don't like it at all.
Well, Mr. Jones, you said in an interview yesterday that you felt that, well, you said that Parliament has the ability to put people in jail and that this may have been an appropriate response to the Māori Party.
Well, let's go through the three people. And in my view, they're doing a gross disservice to the hikoi in the sense that they're using it as a recruitment tool. Everyone knows that. It's just that you guys won't call it out. Number one, the young lady from Tainui, it was wrong. She's yet to prove herself in any meaningful form other than coming across in an unhinged songbird. She had no right to trounce and destroy the privileges and liberties of every other parliamentarian who's been sent there by New Zealanders. Where does she get off thinking that her mana or her kaupapa or her mission is of greater importance than any other political party or any other MP?
But are you saying that they should face the punishment which Parliament has of putting them in jail?
Oh, yes, I'm in Invercargill today, and I'm tempted to search for suitably obscure places because a part of an ancient doctrine of being in Parliament, the ultimate punishment was send them to the dungeons. Of course, no one's going to agree with me, but that is a part of the ancient doctrine of being a parliamentarian.
Mr. Jones, you were an activist and a protester in your younger days. I've seen you standing there in a T-shirt that says Aotearoa, 150 years of oppression. You must understand how young rangatira feel in this country about this debate and what has been sparked. Can you not appreciate their anger?
I have never once stood in the way of the democratic right of the people on the hikoi to hikoi. But when I was young, Machurata and that level of politician, we aspired one day to getting into politics and Parliament. And we knew that if you come to Parliament, that there are a set of thresholds, there's a set of conditions, there's a set of values. And look, if you don't want to abide by them, then don't come to Parliament. And the other thing I'll tell you about what's the great thing of being young, going to St. Stephen's School, is a line in the Bible. When I was a child, I thought as a child.
Well, I could give you a line from Bob Dylan. Something is happening here and you don't know what it is, do you, Mr. Jones?
Well, you're not wrong there, mate. There's an incredible level of angst that's been created by this Treaty of Waitangi Principles Bill, which, sadly enough, people, I think, don't seem to appreciate it's not going to pass. Well, certainly not in this Parliament, but it's proven to be a recruitment tool.
Why then, Mr Jones, have you allowed it as part of the government to happen? You knew this debate was going to be divisive. You knew this was going to happen. Is this good for the country? Why allow it to happen?
Okay, do something unusual and stick to the facts. New Zealand First did not campaign on this bill. New Zealand First agreed with the National Party, who negotiated with the ACT Party, that the bill would be introduced to Parliament. We got 6.5%, ACT Party got 8, 9, I'm entirely sure. And sadly, there are a bunch of New Zealanders who probably enjoy seeing this level of disharmony. I'm not one of them, but to say that this is the fault of New Zealand First, this is a reflection of
whose fault
MMP
is it then?
Politics. Well, it's a reflection of MMP politics. And yesterday, Jerry Brownlee did his level-headed best. But look, Rawiri came across as some sort of cultural bigfoot, and they used it as a basis, in my view, to highlight kapa haka as a recruitment tool.
Okay. Shane Jones, thank you very much for your time. Kia ora.